Hey, trends lovers. It's been a minute, so let me come on in here and give y'all a little bit of gist. Jebba has been doing the most, and we've been analyzing that here, so that's what we're going to do. Welcome, a happy new year to everyone. Let me check our sound and let's get right into this. Okay. All right. If you're just coming in, please don't forget to don't forget to give us a thumbs up and let the analysis begin. It's going to be a quick one and off we go. Today is just somehow for me, but I want to make sure I give y'all content because I promise I will in 2025. So come rain, come shine. God willing, I will be pulling up contents. Okay, so let's get right into this gist. So Jebba, first of all, one thing you know that Jebba keeps saying is, oh, women supporting women, and Jebba is always about black women, this black women, that black women, black. You will not hear word. Jebba can hardly make a full sentence without, you know, as saying, oh, I support people of color, I do this, I stood for this, I stood for that. Okay, I made a mistake. I found out JD was manipulative. He maltreated, he mistreated this lady. I decided to come out and speak my truth. And now all of a sudden we're hearing, well, I was coerced, I was kind of talked into saying these things. So I would, coming out, that people actually convinced her to come out because whatever she has to say is going to somehow magically help Korra in court. All of a sudden, Korra is the one betraying her. Meanwhile, she and Korra never had any deal. She never signed anything with Korra. But now that Korra just came out and blasted all her supporters and bloggers and whatnot online, Jebba is one of those people. The same like what's her name, Frida. And this morning we were analyzing Frida, what Frida had to say and all the whole nonsense that Frida had to say. If you're just coming, you are welcome, but that's not what we're going to be discussing here. We're going to be covering Jebba and some of that stuff, and then Frida and whatnot. We're covering Entertainment Daily. So, anyways, let's do this, okay? Let's do this. Let me go back to Facebook and let's just go and run through Jebba's Facebook page because Jebba just Jebba was kind of quiet for a while after she started that JD's I'm going to California, I'm going to retrieve my items, and then she started ranting and doing the most, and people were advising. I remember I was even one of those that said it's not a good idea that Jebba goes to California after all the things you've said about JD. Don't be shocked if police will be waiting for you over there. It's not going to be safe for you to just go to JD's place that you're going to. It doesn't matter how JD is saying it. I don't care. Just come pick up your things and this and that. You can stay the night. There's nowhere for you to stay. So later on, Jeba now posted and said she wasn't going to California. She would look for a way to get him to send those things over to New York, where she is, and all of that. Then when Korra now came out and blasted her bloggers and everybody online, and then people started, some people were feeling bad. Some people were like, well, that's normal. That's Korra for you. And everybody just had their opinion concerning what Korra said. Korra came back, retracted her words, and then apologized somehow, but still said she still stand on what she said, that's calling some people bunch of old women and whatnot. She still stand on that. Also, the courses she plays, I didn't see her taking that back. Also, so she also stood by that. The courses that she plays, but anyway, the course of the courses shall not stand like all those Mumu courses need to do anything. But anyway, after that happened, and Jeba saw that people started complaining that Korra shouldn't have done what Korra did, speaking to these bloggers and calling these people a bunch of old women. That was rude. And immediately, Jeba jumped out. In fact, all these JD's bloggers that they've been hiding for a while, they all jumped out and started. It's almost like, okay, now there's nobody to defend Korra. You all don't understand. Most of you think that this thing is about Korra. It's about a woman that was being treated in a terrible way, or a human being, because it could actually be a man too, and will still stand to defend that person. It doesn't matter where you're coming from or what. But some people feel like this whole thing is all about Korra. If you were looking at it from that angle, then I guess you'd be one of those that will be hurt by what Korra said. But if you stood, against the injustice that was being done, she's not the first to get married, she's not the last get a divorce or whatnot. But all of what JD orchestrated and all the plans and all the smear campaign and everything, was not nice, right? That's why people came out. A lot of people came out to defend Korra. Okay, then we know that some people defending her are her fans. Some are the Koreans and stuff like that. So let's go over to Jebba's page in this analysis. Welcome if you're just joining. Want to do a quick one here. If you're wondering why we're not back to back with much content, this channel is having some issues. So I'm waiting for YouTube to get that sorted out before. Yeah, okay. I can't now. Meta. That's it. Give me a second. Okay, sorry, I needed to talk with my little one. Okay, so like I said, today has been somehow. Please give the live stream a thumbs up if you're just coming in, and let me know if you can hear. I've already checked the sound, and okay. So now I'm in Jebba's Facebook page. We thought Jebba, after saying those things, she said she was going to stop after the first video she did dragging Korra and had so much to say, but Jebba didn't stop. So a post here, I'll just read some of this post, and then we'll just go down until we get to the video that she did, okay, which is like the second video if I'm not mistaken, because I'm not counting. uh uh the second video that she's doing on this Korra issue. So I don't understand how you will say that, okay, you met this man, he told you his story as a friend of yours, you believed everything he told you, and then you wanted to support him as a friend, you wanted to help him as a friend, you did all of the things you did with this person, and you claim that somehow months into you being with this person, you found out how horrible this person is, but now you're still on your rant. I don't get it. Okay. So here it says, mm, so here this post one day ago, Jebba posted this and it says, she's seeking engagement, says the people trying to comment and insult me. Instead of simply scrolling past, I need therapy, not engagement. That's what Jebba is saying, that she needs therapy. And she said, I'm grieving the months of support that I gave to a cause that no longer matters. I know that I'm hurting. What's the point of commenting just to try to make me feel bad? So she's talking about people that are commenting on her post and all of that. So there are comments there, but I won't even go through all of those posts. Then another one she posted also one day ago is where she said, I generate no money from this, nor do I need to. Block me and move on if there is an issue. No need to comment or engage. That's Jebba telling people that are telling her to just be quiet and move on in peace, or change your channel, start creating other types of content so you like you get it better. Like forget about this Justin and Cora stuff and just create content and earn from it and show your talent or whatever. But yeah. Then she posted, she said, sorry for reacting like a victim of child neglect. That's my truth. I felt hopeless because I knew that justice sorry. I felt hopeless because I knew that justice will never be served, like with my dad. Mm-hmm. This other one, 2 days ago, she said, my dad is 75 years old and has lived off of women's money while being abusive for decades. I was just triggered, feeling like bad men always win in the end. This is Jebba talking. Several posts. Okay, this other one 2 days ago also. She said, I reacted as the little girl within me, raised by an inattentive ladies. Oh, raised by an inattentive ladies man. I still bear those scars. I just felt so let down by the good dad declaration. So Jeba is also pissed off. Hello, Queen Katori, Mama. Welcome. Thank you so very much for joining us today. Katori is saying something here. If you're just coming in, please like the live stream. Thank you so very much. Subscribe if you have not done that already. So what is it? Katori said, "What is about you? Don't even know Jebba has never followed her. Followed who? I don't understand." So she's talking about a woman that was married and don't even know her, and she should not be doing that. Okay. All it was told her was she wanted to hear to get her into bed by talking about his wife. She fell for it anyway. So so he said, okay, so she said she felt let down and she got hurt. So I guess she's trying to. Hmm? Don't drink too much. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so Jeba, I believe somehow, even though she's telling people to just block her and not come and be commenting whatnot, she still felt the need to explain to people, saying that she felt kind of let down when who else? Korra was the one that said Justin was a good man, right? So Jeba said she kind of felt let down by the good dad declaration. Mm-hmm. So let's go down again. 2 days ago, she said, sorry for being, oh, she used the B word here. Sorry for being peachy. I need to detox and recenter. I allowed my life be consumed by things that were not my hold on, things that were not my business. All good now. It took you too long, Jeba, to realize that it was not your business. You were just too invested on that. 2 days ago, English, recentering myself in my feminine and decentering men. Here is to a soft life. Hashtag NYC dating soft life. Penthouse cocktail bar and all of that. Showed herself wearing a mini dress and all dressed up, looking beautiful, anyways. Um, and then she posted another photo of herself and the place that she went out to. She said date night in New York City. Okay, then here she posted a photo of a lady where you can see this lady from the tie down. She's wearing like stiletto heels, red stiletto heels, and there is a man on all four wearing a like a coverall, black coverall, and has his face covered with masks and stuff like that. She posted that photo and she captioned it. She said, focusing on the things that excite me in 2025, dating smarter and being honest about it, being honest about it, my needs and wants. I think I would discuss female domination on this page. I feel like more women should know about pay pigs. Embracing non-traditional relationship and femdom goes well with a chess team. Okay, now, so if you know, you know. Let me see. Katori said she needs a therapy. She was not married to him. She was the nanny. Why would she make a therapy to what? So there's no children neglected because there's okay. Okay, so this is what Jeba is hinting, and if you look at this photo, you will just be smiling because you know what she's trying to say. Okay, so let's keep going down. This other post here, this person. Okay, so I think she reshared something from another this symbol. Maybe it's something she agrees with. So let's go through it together. She said, I think it's time for all Koreans to start on following Jeba. Okay. So this is from another blog on Facebook. I guess as Jeba saw her name, she decided to reshare it to her own page. So Jeba said, I think it's time for all Koreans to start on following Jeba. She's beginning to do too much. Another, Frida, like, in disguise, she's shading Korra and trolling another Frida. Hashtag followers. And Jeba shared that, and this is what Jeba wrote in the caption. Jeba said, Thank you for our time together. I do want to cleanse my following list, and it would be easier to be unfollowed than to create a new page. I don't foresee any future posts about this couple on my end. Why does she keep calling them couple? They are not together, so they're not couples. Cora and Justin are not together. They are not couples. Justin is seeing what's the lady on Afro hair. I don't know what her name is, and Cora is there. I don't know if Cora is seeing someone or whatnot, but they're not couple. But anyway, I guess it's part of the shade. So Jebba is saying that posting about this couple on my end. So, but I totally agree that clean breakups are the best. There's enough mess associated with the situation, and I shouldn't be part of it. May we all strive to use our passion on things that add value to the world. It's amazing how Jabba keeps talking about add value to the world, add value to the world, but you're just here spending all your time, your energy on dragging Justin, telling us on how Justin was on all four, you were fixing his behind, how both of you lay down on the bed together and he was not good. He doesn't even know how to do the do. You said all of these things you said that we didn't need to hear, but you said it anyway. You posted all these photos of his home. You were all invested in everything. Okay. Okay, I'll blow it. You invested all your energy and everything in explaining about Justin. And now that Korra came out and did what Korra did, you have switched. It's time for you to start bombarding Korra. But the problem with you trying to drag Korra is because you don't know anything about her and she does not bring people close to her. Mostly after this whole drama between she and her ex, I think Korra is even more careful when it comes to bringing people, being extremely comfortable around people and things like that. So Jebba doesn't even know what to say other than just use regular shades to shade Korra. So if you're talking about people should do things that helps their community, how about you? People have actually advised you several times. I've seen it in your comment section. You said you know how to play chess, you're a chess champion, you're this. Why not teach about chess? Why not talk about those things so people come and enjoy with you, people that want to learn, people that want to know one or two? Then that would be good. That would be an interesting content to create. But no, instead, you want to drag Justin, and then when you finish with Justin, now you move over to Korra. In 2025 is the time for you to drag Korra, but yet you are the one saying women supporting women. Oh, I stand for my women of color and black women. This even remember what Justin had read out that she wrote on his mirror when she left, and she confirmed it that yes, she did write something in the mirror. In the room where she was staying in Justin's home before she left. So, Jeba, you're saying things that you are not even. Katori said, let me see, Tangerine and Justin is supposed to get married. They all can cry now. Who's Tangerine again? Tangerine, not the name of a fruit. Oh, God. Katori said the mother is letting her girls know, okay, he's got a good father in front of the girls. Don't they understand? She's already done the documentary about the dad when they get older, not right now, when they are young. Okay, I get your point, Katori. Okay, so now the next thing we'll see is the video that I'm talking about that brought us here today. Okay, so Jeba posted this 2 days ago and she said, I woke up to a bunch of notifications from my last week post. Okay, glad Anita has, because remember she on her previous video she had said she would not refer to Korra with Korra's celebrity name, that she's going to call or refer to Korra with her legal name, so hence she calls her Anita, which is Korra Obidi's name too. Okay, said Jeba never followed her. Korra don't know her. Maybe that's part of what is actually making Jeba angry and so vengeful. She's now acting like JD, that she keeps talking and keep. Because I thought after that first video she did, that a lot of people are like, why are you even doing this? Why are you bashing her now? Just because everybody is complaining about how she presented that topic that she was discussing about people emailing her. Now you think you have the right to come out and talk this way. I was thinking it to end with that video because people did call Jeba out the same way people are calling Freda out also. But Jeba continued. So that's what she's referring to here. So I'll read the caption and then we will listen to the video, what Jeba said in the video together. So she said, I woke up to a bunch of notifications from my last week post. Glad Anita has such a supportive fan base, regardless of feelings on all sides of this. I'm grateful for the tough media training I have received. I'm confident in her community's ability to support her with custody challenges. I'm not sure what Jeba means by custody challenges. It doesn't seem like both of them have any custody issues here because Cora already said what she said. We saw that the kids were with Justin for 3 weeks. Immediately, Cora came back. The kids were with Cora. And I will use the word alleged because I didn't watch that Justin's live stream. It was said, okay, this is hearsay on Facebook. It was said that on Justin's video or live, he does live stream anyway, not videos. On Justin's live stream, he was telling the kids that you people will go to mommy's house and you'll be with mommy for 2 weeks. And we know that that word mommy is what he mommy, mother, and Justin never uses that word. But I guess after Cora did what Cora did, Cora was being dragged, and Cora did apologize. If you remember on that live stream, we did analyze that live stream. Cora did apologize to Justin directly, said, for whatever, forgive me, and I hope I forgive you. And for whatever you've done, forgive me, and let's move on. Let's co-parent in peace and things like that. So for the first time, it was said that he referred to her as mom when he was telling the kids that they were going over to her place for 2 weeks. So I don't know why Jeba is smuggling, because looking at this Jeba's post is 2 days ago. And the video where Justin said this, because now what is even trending on Facebook is Cora's daughter, baby Athena, eating swallow. Okay, and a lot of people are like, wow, we love how she ate her swallow and this and this and that. So if you look at the things, you know that Justin had already made that comment about referring to Korra as mom when he was talking to the kids before Jeba posted this 2 days ago. So why are you bringing in custody situation? At least it seems like they are trying to cope, because I think Justin is always plotting something. Okay, so let me not say it seems like they are trying to co-parent. Justin will never want to co-parent in peace, but I think because Cora had apologized to him, and now people are beginning to doubt Cora, and a lot of dragging of Cora and things like that are going on. Justin loves it because in his eyes now he thinks that this has proven that he's innocent. He didn't do anything. Cora was the one taunting him and doing the most. Okay, so he's calm a little bit for now. He's gonna start, not that he's really calm, because if you see his post that he just made on this thing some hours ago, you will know that he is kind of agreeing to what the other very brief one with the big head, what's her name, Frida, said in her video. Meanwhile, court said friends, family, whatnot, directly or indirectly, don't talk to this thing. But she confirming, Frida confirming, we did that analysis. So if you want to hear it, you have to go over to um Entertainment Daily to go and listen to that live stream. And I had a lot of challenges. I did it this morning. Had a lot of challenges. So I don't know if I have the time, but I don't know if I have the time today. If I do, maybe I'll come back for full listening of that clip, because a lot did happen. So I did it twice, but still I still had issues. First time I had emergency. The second time somehow electricity shut down, so I didn't finish that. This important. Anyway, the point is, Frida is out there dragging Cora, and then when you look at the hours when Frida did her video, the difference in the hour to when JD made this his post, continue to be a good person, blah 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 blah. I'm like, of course, this is you. Court said directly or indirectly and whatnot. You would not tell your friend to pull down that nonsense video she made, calling Cora after referring to her as she, and then you started referring to her as it. Like Cora is a thing, talking about she's a user, she's a liar, she's a this, she's a that. Do you understand? Katuri said Tangerine just this name you're calling her is funny. Said first said Jeba will be mad when she finds out Justin's getting married to Tangerine. Uh Cora wants him to marry her. uh the Tangerine just proposed to Justin. Wahala. I don't think Justin looks like someone. I've not watched Justin's video in some time in a while now. Uh But I don't think Justin looks like someone that is ready to settle down, because he's really enjoying this dragging of his ex-wife. And anything that is going to distract him, because then the next thing you start hearing is now you're married, focus on your wife. Because even when he has a girlfriend, people will start telling him the same thing. Remember during summer's time, he kept talking and ranting. People were like, focus on summer, focus on summer, focus on summer. So I don't think Justin will get married. He loves picking people that are kind of having some kind of mental issues or difficulties in their life, people that are not in a good place, that can think straight, and then use them, don't pick another one. That's why Jeba is still blowing hot. Okay, feeling betrayed, and now she's transferring the aggression to the person that she didn't have any deal with. But yeah. Okay, so let me go back to the post. Sorry, shut down. Let me see. Okay, here. Okay, so I'll read the caption and we will start listening because I want this live stream to be as short as possible so people that are coming in later on will be able to watch. If you're here, please subscribe, turn on your notification bell. Thank you so very much. And please like the live stream. Okay, so she said, I woke up to a bunch of notification from last week's post. Glad Anita has such a supportive fan base, regardless of the feelings on all sides of this. I'm grateful that I'm grateful for the tough media training I have received. I'm confident in her community's ability to support her with custody challenges. This is where we stop. They're like, why is she talking about custody? Like, are you take several seats? When you were in JD's home, you had opportunity to talk about how those children were being, but you didn't do anything. So if you feel like you're saying this, okay, so you're going to report or you're going to present this, present that, take several seats, okay? Because after seeing everything that JD did with those kids that you alleged, you never reported anything to CPS or you never did anything about it. So if you're planning to go and do anything now, I hope they lock you up too for seeing that the kids' lives were endangered according to you, allegedly, and you didn't do anything. And when you were exiting, you still offered him NDA. He was not the one offering you, you offered him NDA, according to you. So Jebba, shut up and take several seats. Okay, so let's proceed. She said, I'm confident in our community's ability to support her with custody challenges. I did my part and I have exited from the show. My offer to secure a guaranteed win was not appreciated, and that's okay. Did both of you ever sit down or sat down on a table discussing? I'm talking about Jeba and Korra. Did both of you ever sat down? Oh, okay, let's say you're in different states, and so she ever do any conference call with you, Zoom meeting, where the both of you discussed that you should do this and she was going to support you in some way and she did not? Because if that's the case, bring it out. But you yourself, because even if you come out to say that, you're contradicting yourself, because you said it that you tried emailing her earlier in this whole when this whole thing started, but she blocked you. So if you email somebody and the person blocked you, and another blogger is coming to tell you that this thing will help Korra wants you to tell your story, your brain as a chess player did not tell you that that blogger or whomever that person or those set of people are, they want to get content from you. They know that the story, because you lived with Justin, the story you're going to tell is going to sell and it will help bring traffic. So why blame it on Korra if you never had a Zoom meeting on Korra? Sorry, with Korra, where Korra had told you, promised you that if you tell the story, she will come and back you up later on, and now she didn't. That you can now call it a betrayal. So until you can post that, be quiet. And she continued and she said, I have further ties. She said, I have no further ties to LA. This will be a vlog for dancing and dating in New York City. I'm privately working to have my things shipped to me. Best of luck to hashtag Korra Obidi. Much love to all. So let's go into her video and what she is saying. Some valid comments that I want to address instead of just going one by one, so I can see one. And it's about any perceived backstabbing or switching up my defense. That's not the case. I would have kept my LA issues between myself and my fake employer. If it weren't for when I shared my story, if I didn't get like 20 emails from supporters of this man's ex-wife, people who were very kind to me, mostly family-oriented people. Jebba keeps saying this, right? She said, I would have held my peace if people, you got 20 emails. Bring that 20 emails now. If you have you've already tabled everything you did with Justin, even the ones that you were not supposed to come out and see online, the private things, how both of you were doing, they do all those things we didn't need to hear because that's not our business. That's both of you's business. Both of you are grown adult. He's single, he's allowed to do what he wants to do. So we didn't even need to hear those gists, right? But you said it. So if you're able to say that, what is keeping you away from bringing out this email? You've already come out to call Korra out since Korra called out bloggers and all of that. Don't you think that if you bring those things out, it will prove a point? Or you're just one of those that really want to paint her to look like this very terrible woman? Okay? Because you're still working for JD. Because if over 20 emails after you and JD had issues, because you've already offered him NDA, you don't want to talk about it, and then according to you, because you just said it in your words now, the fans of, right? This man's ex-wife. Who is this man? Justin is the person you're referring to as this man. Ex-wife, Korra, because that's the only person we know he's married to, or he was married to, that the divorce became everything online, right? So why not bring out those 20 emails? Start posting them one after the other. Bring the email, put the person's name, say, look, at so 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 date, so 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 time, so 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 person sent me this email. Post it. Few hours later or few minutes later, post another one until under 24 hours. We know Facebook, if you want to post all of them one time, you can post it. But if you want to make money out of it, we totally understand. We're not going to judge you. Okay, we listen, we don't judge. If I hear, okay. Okay. So if you knew that, according to you, these people, because anybody can claim to be Justin's supporter, anybody can claim to be Korra's supporter, but meanwhile, the person is really coming for something that will benefit them, right? All right. So sorry, my little one was talking about gingerbread cookies. All right. Okay. So if Jebba knows that this set of people, why not post it? Why not post it so we know that you just did not? Because a lot of people feel like you woke up one day after offering NDA to Justin, you started by outing the same Justin that you promised you will never say anything about him. You even went and told us the innuendos that you people were doing in his home. So why don't you want to post those 20 emails? We know that Facebook, one time, if you want to make 20 posts, Facebook like it actually. Do you know, if you create content on Facebook, then you understand what I'm talking about. Facebook loves it when you're creating videos, reels, posts, and every. They will even be advising you, encouraging you to post more. So, Jabba, that is going to help you grow your page. And you did experience this thing. So, if you want to cash out with it, nobody's going to judge you. You're already a blog on Facebook. You're already blogging. You're already posting. You're all a content creator. If you don't want to call yourself a blogger, you're already a content creator. And you're into this saga and all of this whole thing. Okay. And you live with Justin. Why not post those email one after the other so people will read and see the names of those people, so those people can be called out? Because if Korra did not tell those people to come and tell you to tell a story, and those people told you that Korra said, then those people are part of the problems. But no, you won't do that, because if you do that, it will be clearing Korra's name. You know it, because she did say that some people just love this drama and they want the drama to continue. And you know that if you post that, it will prove what she said. And now you're saying, if I didn't receive, who are you blaming? Did they force you? Did they hold you at gunpoint to tell the story?
I'll share some of the screenshots of the emails, but people telling me kind of that I had a duty to help this lady because her kids were in danger. They knew that she was not, super accessible. She doesn't trust a lot of people, obviously, which makes sense. But hey, this lady's not super accessible, but we're telling you on her behalf as her parents that this lady needs help. You seem to have information that can help. Um, and that's kind of when I'm like, you know what? I took that as a sign. I'm like, I did do something that I did not want to do. I allowed myself to be used as a pawn to deliver. Like, and again, and it wasn't a huge move. If this was anyone was going to be given anyway, but I allowed myself to be forced in a position where I didn't have an alternate place to live, and I did um, on this man's behalf hand this lady a piece of paper and walk away. I was not proud of it. I was not happy about it, and so I thought I listened to what her parents were saying, and I'm like, you know what? People are right. I see a pathway here for me to undo that negative karma, because again, I do have free will. I could have not given it, but it would have sped up my timeline of being.
Okay, so you feel like these people told you what they told you. You did not tell them to prove you. Okay, send you a voice recording of Korra telling them to tell you to tell the story, a video call, 3-way, 4 ways, conference call, whatever, between you, them, and Korra, since they have access to her and they know that this is what you want, even though immediately, if you're following this story from the beginning, immediately you hear this, you know that whoever asked Jebba to speak out was lying. There's no way Korra would know that Jebba was the one that stayed with Justin for 8 months and served that restraining order. And Korra will be comfortable enough to tell her, "Oh, please tell your story." She would have done that with Kim, okay, because Kim tried her best, okay. Kim tried her best to correct all the wrongs that she did, Kim Baker. But not for once, even with the dragon and everything, not for once did Kim continue to bash Korra. After Kim changed, that was it. Like she never went back, like the way Jebba has gone back to start bashing Korra. People promised you something. Jebba, post those emails. Post them. Don't put them in a video. Just post them as a post where somebody can click on it, read the email for themselves, see the people's names that are claiming to be her supporters. Because if anybody, okay, can do this. So you should blame yourself and don't try to blame anybody.
This place not having a home. And I'm like, so at the time, it was not feasible for me. And I'm trying to find someone else to do it. It was not feasible for me to say no and just be homeless, just like that in one day. This is a very last minute manipulative ass, very last minute branching from this court. So I'm like, I don't want to be involved, but since I did get involved, I did allow myself to hand this piece of paper to do something that my spirit was against. I'm like, I'm gonna hear this lady's fans out. I'm gonna read these messages. Like people are pouring their heart out in support of this lady, and I'm like, you know what? I allowed myself to be a pawn on behalf of this man. I want to extend my genuine, like just female support to this lady and allow her to get back at her ex. He did a low down dirty move. So I'm like, you know what? I do have information that could help you get low down secret kids. Happy to just give it to you. So that's what I did. Like her fans, sent me her contact information, all this stuff. So I'm like, any negative thing that I said now is because I had no idea this lady maybe did not want the information or did not see my support as helpful or did just kind of didn't want to didn't want me to be another voice in the crowd talking bad about her ex-man. But so just to clarify, what I was doing online when I was making my lesson was me just kind of biding my time, waiting for this lady to see this email and just take me up on my offer. I had no idea that she blocked me. I had no idea that she had an issue with me. So yeah, I was offended.
You sent an email, you thought you want to help her because you found out that JD lied and JD was the one manipulating and doing the evidence you had was going to help her. You were waiting. When you waited and saw that she never ever spoke about you and never said anything, your brain did not tell you that she's not interested in anything you want to offer her. Your brain did not tell you that she must have seen your email and just ignored it and like, what? You, the nanny, sent me this and everything else and all of these things. Well, if only heaven knows what you send in that email. You think she will trust you if you already went so close to her ex-husband and now you're betraying him? What are the chances that you're not going to do the same to her? All of those times your brain did not tell you that this person might not be interested in anything that you are trying to offer. You should have just minded your business, counted your loss with JD, and moved on. But no, you waited and waited and waited. Korra did not respond to you, and you decided you will come and start talking because people were convincing you to talk. That is your fault and the fault of those people that lied to you because your brain should have told you after, when you send somebody an email that is interesting, email that you know that is going to help somebody, and the person did not respond, and you're most definitely sure that as a content creator, one of the things you do is check your emails because you never know when somebody will want to work with you or something. So content creators are one of the people that checks their email almost every day or every other day. So if she did not respond to you, your brain should have told you that this person does not want to have anything to do with you. So now that you're dragging her, you actually look like a very evil person because she never promised you anything, right?
Like, oh, never mind. Let me take several steps back. Oh, because this is not my lane. Had I known that this was unwanted, I wouldn't have posted any of it. But I'm like, it is what it is. But I'm like, I felt like it was a very bold statement to call that man a fantastic father, and I'm like, okay, that is, I'm not in that relationship. There's only two people in that relationship. There's two people responsible for those kids, right? So I'm like, okay, she thinks he's a great father. My bad. Clearly, I missaw the things that I saw.
Well, this is not the first time that Korra is referring to JD as a a good father. She had always said he's a good father with his kids. He might be a terrible husband or whatnot, but she always said he was a good father with his kids. Not the first time she's saying that. We know we don't believe that, but if you had done a little bit of digging, a little bit of finding, trying to know who this woman was, you stayed with her ex-husband for how many months? and you didn't bother even when the red flag started showing that this man must have lied to you about some of the things he said about his ex-wife. You didn't bother to do digging to find out this guy, because if you did, you would have known that she had said that several times, that he was good with his kids. That's what Korra has said on several of her videos that are available online. So that's not an excuse. What do you mean your feelings were hurt? Your feelings were hurt as what? She said what she said. She's talking about her kids. She's not talking about you. She didn't tell you that he was a great husband. He was the same thing you said on the other video, that if Korra had given people heads up, all these women that fell for JD would not fall for JD. What heads up do you people need? All of you that dated Justin or had a play or something, what other heads up do you need for you to understand that, well, we can associate with this person, we should stay away? If he's already treating one person like this, he's going to do the same to all of us. But you all do what you want to do, and then you turn around to try to blame somebody else that is trying to distance themselves from the hot mess that this man has created. It makes no sense, Jebba. How are you a chess player and these things you can't even think?
Someone who can relate to having, then she is a dad. Well, she doesn't know what father was.
If you are just coming in, you are welcome. We are here dissecting the second video of Jebba blaming Korra, dragging Korra, whatever you want to call it. I saw a rainbow. Okay, I'm coming to see the rainbow.
So that's my thing. Somebody who knows what it's going to be like for little black girls who grow up seeing black women be used interchangeably in that house. Like, that is a situation that fortunately she has not experienced, and I am happy that she has not experienced that. But my point is that I'm like, it's very much not fair to these little girls who have to grow up with a white dad who hates white people. Like, that's literally all it is, or does not respect black women. And I'm like, my whole point is that unlimited access to program these girls with this thinking every other week. And I'm like, if you're gonna sit up here and say that he's a good dad while I'm witnessing him program these girls to hate us or to not respect black women, then I'm like, okay. Objectively, now as someone who's not in a situation as
okay, so now you blame Korra for not saying he was a horrible father, but you, after you saw what you saw, you still lay down with that man. Okay, after you saw what you saw, according to you, allegedly, you still helped him to fix his behind. After you saw what you saw, you still allowed his kids to call you mom, and you wanted to play mom role when their mom was another black woman like you, and that was okay by you. So many things you did. And then let's talk about when Justin decided to toss you out of the home because he found another Haitian maiden that he brought in that you wouldn't even speak to, you can't stand. Both of you hated each other, even though both of you were from Haiti. Both of you were two women of color that should have stood your ground. No, y'all were biting cat and mouse because y'all thought you won a trophy in Justin, right? So how dare you even come and try to blame her when you offered NDA after you saw all those things you told us, all those horrible things he did, okay? How he mistreated his kids allegedly, by the way you said, you said these things happened, left the kids in the shower and everything. They could have drowned there and drove out of the home, knocked himself out with the Oregon beer where the kids are wandering around, it's slippery, they could fall and hit their head while they were going to the toilet. You said so many things that made people to, like, you know, shout like OMG, but all at you still wanted to give this man NDA and you're not going to speak about anything. Okay, you wanted to sign in, like you were so eager to prepare non-disclosure agreement to sign with Justin that you will not speak about him or do anything. Take several seats, Jebba.
Black woman who's just an observer now. Yes, I do feel fuck you. Fuck you. It's
Can you
bad
imagine?
for the black race. It's bad for the self-esteem of any young black girls. And it's irresponsible. That's all it is. It's not me trying to be any. It's not me trying to insert myself in the situation. I'm having to exit as I did exit, and I'm seeing all these comments from videos I made like last week or something. Like, whatever. I'm not the one who made the statement. I didn't bring, like, when you bring children into the world, you incur a debt to show them respect and to have them raised in the best standards possible. That's not happening right now because all it is about is who has a right to have their kids online, and that's fucked up. Again, these were not DMs. People found my personal email address and contacted me, pouring their hearts and souls out, talking about how this is how I relate to Anita. I've been following her story for all these years. I know what she's gone through. Like this is something that will help her just put an end.
Jeba, this is the second time you're sitting down making a 12 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes video addressing what we don't know. Post those people. We've said it before. Post those 20 emails. The other time you said I received emails, okay, and messages of people telling me how my message is going, what I have to say, my story is going to help Korra, and court is going to help Korra, this is going to help Korra, that, and now Korra betrayed me, Korra did this, Korra did that. Okay, Jeba, post the emails. Post the emails or the names and the conversation and how these people were able to convince you to start telling your story, that you went in depth after signing non-disclosure with Justin. Post them. If you're able to out Justin and drag Korra, why don't you want to post that?
And so for me, I'm like, I am a fan of ending toxic, miserable cycles. So it's not me changing my a surface level opinion of, oh, I like this lady, I'm a fan, and no, just kidding, I don't like her. No, it's not that surface level. It's me being like, I was indifferent towards this lady. Early on, when this man was trying to convince me that she was an unfit mother, I did not want to be involved or see anything. But he showed me one post that did stand on this odd to me and struck a chord. And I'm like, okay, maybe where there's smoke, there's fire. And I'm like, okay, maybe there is some truth. Maybe this man is not lying about everything, because it was a post of her, dancing, showing her body, being a beautiful woman, but her daughters were in the video. And the caption was, "Hey, should I start an OnlyFans?" And I'm like, yeah. It's not easy to root for everybody. I want to be a girl's girl. I want women to win. But I'm like, objectively, and I saw all the comments were like, people were.
So if she decides to start an OnlyFans page, does that mean that whenever she's doing her OnlyFans content, the kids are also going to be there? She cannot create those contents when the kids are with their father, create her bulk OnlyFans content, or when the kids are sleeping, because that's for mature audience. That can happen. So because he showed you that, and you people live in a country where people walk around naked on the road and everything, bearing everything, and you still act like if she's dancing and she's showing her body, that's strange. People are identifying as cat and horses and elephant in the country where you people are, and somebody dancing not wearing clothes or some is Jeba, shut up, Joe.
Like, funny, nice, beautiful, your daughters love you so much, we're on the comment. But I'm like, okay, not a lot of people were commenting saying that they saw anything that could be a red flag. And my thing is, if the whole issue is this man is exposing his kids to inappropriate sexual themes, if that makes him I think that is what primarily makes him an unfit parent. I can't close my eyes and just pretend that this is not happening. So I'm like, you know what? I will hold out this information for this lady, and I'm gonna wait till we have one conversation so I can get an idea of this person's spirit and this person's who this person is, because social media and this person's who this person is, because social media is just external. It's just a platform and self-expression. But I'm like, this is a bad look. I'm like, this is something that is difficult to explain, because I'm like, it looks like you can post that caption on any other video, but not something with your kids in it. And that's the whole thing. Is the people, the whole drama on both sides is people on the internet talking about, hey, your kids don't need to be exposed to these adult themes and concepts, or kind of overly exposed to the internet. So I'm like, I saw.
So he told you that, but you didn't ask him if she started dancing after their divorce, or when they were married, she was dancing, when they had the kids. You didn't ask him all those questions, because if you probably did, or if you did your own digging, you would have gone to his own page and you would have found videos of the birth of their kids, or you would have found it online. I don't know if he deleted or privated those videos, but you would still find them online. And if you had done a little bit of snooping, because he told you she's so horrible, if you had gone to her page, you would have also seen the birth of their video, how he was the one setting multiple cameras when she was birthing that child live on Facebook, and how she used to dance and dance and dance, how he used to defend her. It's part of her culture. She's my wife. When other people will be calling her out, he will be the one rooting for her. Jeba, you have no excuse. Everything is online.
I can't ignore that. I'm like, that person had free will and she posted that, right? And these are her kids. So I'm like, okay, but still, just to balance out the scales, I'm going to offer the information I have that would definitely win this lady custody, right? She didn't want it. She blocked me. And so when she came out and made a video.
Win custody of what? Did she ever tell you that she wanted full custody? He's the only person that is rooting for full custody. Korra has never, she is not interested. She will never be interested in having full custody. She has said it, that she's not going for full custody. She loves the arrangement they have. He's having the kids for some weeks, she's having the kids for some weeks. That enables her to also relax, refresh, write her music, create her content for those 1 or 2 weeks that they will be with their father. The same for him. When the kids leaves, he can refresh, relax, prepare his this thing, go to work, do his chiropractor job and everything else he does. When did she say she wants full custody? Only Justin have said that. And the only reason why Justin wants full custody is because he wants to have, what is it called? He wants her to be paying him, right?
I didn't see, our biggest fans sent me at like, oh, this is what happening now. She's, yelling at everybody or upsetting everybody. So again, it's easy for people in this to get polarized, and it just seems to be the back and forth between both fan bases are no.
What real fan of Korra? Details. What real fans of Korra will go and be sending you that look, she upset her fans. She said what she said. People didn't like what she said. You just come out, say it. Like Korra, you messed up. And that's what if you're standing by the truth, you say. Why would they come and send you what she said? So you should see it. So what? That's going to trigger something for you to start talking. And now that you've started talking, to what end? Like, who cares?
This person's a better parent than that parent. It's like the bar is, it just continues to be lower. Like, well, the baby was running around with a knife on this person's live, but it was a plastic knife in this live, but it was a metal knife, and that's how, like, it's just, I'm like, it's bad both ways. So that was my thing. I'm like, I was very scared that this was a situation where, like, choosing, like, it was like the election between Joe Biden and Trump. And that's what I told old boy too. I'm like, that's how I feel about the parents involved in this, and I don't want to have any opinion. I'm not trying to, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I'm on either side, because there are things that both people are doing that are not 100% the best, because like there's thousands of studies and books at this point that tell you that kids should not be exposed to social media before a certain age. iPad usage before a certain age creates sort of just dependencies. The children's brains are not formed enough for these things that they're being exposed to. So I'm like, objectively speaking, through research and through being an educator, I'm like, I know that having kids on the internet is not for the best, right? So I'm like, I'm not going to.
You knew all these things, but you saw how the kids, everything that was happening in JD's home. You did not bother. Put it in a plate. Okay, you brought it. You know, you. My little one made me to lose my line of thought. Okay, Jebba, knowing fully well that you know all these things and everything, but you saw what was happening in JD's home. Did you call anybody's attention that would have helped the situation? You did not. So don't come in sounding like you are the perfect one that knows everything and you're the one to save the kids.
Ignore, like, even though I think that Justin is a bad dad, and I've seen him be negligent. I'm like, I still maintain that I'm like, I don't know what's going on at their mom's house,
Just
so
keep
I'm
it on
not
the
going to
table there
blindly
to
just
dry.
support. Like, oh, I'm a fan. Yes, I still stand by everything I said. Yes, I do think she's a baddie. I do think her ex is obsessed with her, and I do think that she, has been the trendsetter in that man's life. And I'm like, there is still a feminist element where I'm like, no, I appreciate the things that she's done in music and stuff. But I'm like, that is still an inappropriate thing to do with one's child. So I'm like, when she made that other comment about like how man's a good dad, it triggered me, as someone who was raised by a father who was like sexually inappropriate, just always chasing women, just never content with himself, and kind of exposing his kids to age inappropriate situations. And as an adult, I broke up with my own mom for 2 years. I'm like, the boundaries that I have are not just for for a celebrity. I'm like, I had the same issue with my own mother, where I'm like, as an adult, she tried to defend, she's like, oh, I did my best, blah blah blah. And then she tried to make an excuse for my dad. And I'm like, you know what? I gave you a lot of grace as a mother, but once you come and make an excuse for the father, which I'm like, you have like women.
What do you not understand, Jebba? What can she say? He's the terrible father. After the court rulings in October, said both of them cannot talk ill about each other. We know that Korra lied through her teeth. She knows that was not true when she said he was a good father. But what else can she say? She has to say that because the court said they should not speak ill about each other. Okay. So why is that even triggering you? If you have your head in place, you understand why that statement, she keeps making that statement, because somehow she just wants her kids to be okay. Because somebody like JD, when he gets pissed off and he wants to pay you back and he cannot pay you back, he will just transfer all those aggression on the
what is
kids.
it? We have free will. I'm like, you know what? Did my mom have an opportunity to minimize the stress and trauma that she put her children to, mainly her daughters? So yeah, making an excuse
See. Okay,
for
we're
my dad
almost
who
through with the
exposed us to
reason.
really inappropriate things and that led to trauma in dating as an adult. Like, fears that I have as an adult or insecurities I have in the dating world as an adult. I'm like, okay, it's one thing for me to forgive you, but you can't give the dad a pass as well after, like, my mom for her whole life. Everybody in our neighborhood knew that she complained that our dad was like an unhelpful dad or just unsupportive, abusive, an unhelpful dad or just unsupportive, abusive, all of these things. But at the end of the day, she did have 4 kids with him. My mom got her citizenship before she had her citizenship before she even had 1 kid, right? So it's a certain point where it's like, did this person realistically do what they could have done to minimize the damage to the children that they brought into this world? And that's the only question for me. And for my mom, unfortunately, the answer was no, because she was, and I know she was codependent. She was too scared to leave until she forced us to be in close quarters with an abusive dad for years. And she could have ended the suffering earlier, but she chose not to. She chose to have more.
You've decided not to get married, not to have kids. That's not a thing for you. So it's very difficult for you to put yourself in that position of mother, thinking as a mother. Okay, there are situations that keeps you in a place where you are because maybe, just maybe, that will help keep your kids alive. There are certain type of men that you try to leave them, they will unalive everybody. So lots of situations, Jeba, before you jump into judging any mother that made certain decision, understand why. And this was your mother. You could have sat down and spoken with your mother, and after she pours out her heart, if it doesn't make sense to you, then you can decide to abandon her, reject her as a mom, or whatever. But don't be too quick to say, oh, run and leave, run and leave. If it is that easy, then everybody in an abusive relationship will just up and leave. But sometimes when you up and leave, you end up in a box. So there are situations that you will want to stay and protect, because today y'all are alive, and for her, it is better than if she had done it a different way. So don't always be too quick to judge all the mothers. You judge your own mother, now you're judging Korra. Antonio Anthony, welcome. Thanks so much for joining today. You're so quick to judge. You don't know. You don't know. You could just hear that the shoe hurts. The shoe hurts. If you're not the one wearing it, you don't know how much it hurts. You don't know what the person that is wearing that shoes is enduring. So don't run faster than your this thing, man. Jebba.
Children. My point was also the same thing where I'm like, her fans were circulating the video of like, I guess when she was pregnant or had just had June, right? And this man was being disgusting to her at the table, trying to, mock her for not wanting to eat a food or certain cravings. And I'm like, okay, did this woman who now has resources, did she try to cut things off right then, or did she stick it out and have a second child and bring a second person into the misery? And now this man gets to brag and be like, oh, I had this baby on purpose, and saying all these disgusting things. And I'm like, this is harmful to the children. I'm like, so.
But has he not already answered your question? If he's telling you that he had a narcissist is a narcissist, a psychopath, a sociopath, you don't understand. You don't understand their way, the level of manipulation. Sometimes you don't realize. You looking from outside, you can see that it's a manipulation, but the person inside, it might take them longer time to find out who this person is and even get to know. And if you all remember, Cora had made a statement that if not until after her divorce, she didn't even know about narcissists. Like there are other things that people know about, but not many people pay attention to narcissists. And let's zero. Not many people pay. So not many people really know. Okay, you might know the word narcissist. Okay, narcissism and things like that, but you really have not done a deep dive research into it, and you don't know how to spot the red flag, how to know that this person you're living with is a narcissist. Okay, for her, she was married, she had a husband. For him, no, it was a trophy. She was not a person, she was a thing in his eyes,
At a
like a
certain
friend.
point, I'm like, it's not just am I a hater on a singer? Or do I, is this just a surface level, like, oh, I'm just trying to start drama? I'm like, no, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I don't care if people think I don't have a right to be disappointed, but as somebody who did take care of those kids for.
Nobody is saying you don't have the right to be disappointed. You have the right to be disappointed, but not at Korra. Korra did not employ you to take care of her kids. You were not Korra's nanny. You were Justin's nanny. And you were not even nanny in the real sense of nanny, because you people didn't even go through the due process of becoming a nanny. You were his friend. You swiped left because you saw him in a limousine. Right? You swiped left because you saw him in a limousine. You swiped left, a bit right, whatever you could swipe on Tinder, because you saw him with Paris Hilton. You swiped because you saw him as a doctor. So you came in as someone that wanted to have something with him, okay, and then it turned out the way it turned out. Why is the blame going to a total different person that never signed any contract with you verbally or on paper? Somebody that never had any form of agreement with you. Why is she the one taking the fall for what you and Justin agreed on or did not agree on?
7 months, half a year, I am disappointed because I thought I was helping them
You
land in a better.
can you imagine? You thought you were helping them. There was no them. But by the time you came into the picture, it was not them. They were two different individuals. Okay, they were not. They are not a couple. So you were helping one person, and you know who you were helping. Okay, because he kept bad mouthing her, bashing her, and you still laid down with him. It didn't occur to you that he would treat you the same way he treated that ex-wife that he's referring to as crazy. So, Jebba, just take several seats and be quiet. Try to create normal content and let people just watch you and come and enjoy your content.
Permanently, and I'm like, that does not appear to be the case. That the mindset is not there, and somebody's making excuses for their bad ex-husband. That's all it is. And I think people said she's, apologized that she was overwhelmed, but I was overwhelmed from emails from her fans, which is why I got involved in the first place. So I think instead of being upset at me, I think it's like reflect and be upset at yourselves for being reactionary and for, maybe I should not have let myself get polarized by these, very deeply concerned emails. I think similar to the ones that you guys sent her. I'm like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have gotten involved at all, and that's for me to learn and move on from. But you're not going to paint me as just like somebody who's, we have an ex in common, and I'm just trying to tear down another woman, because that's definitely not the effing case. Because that's
all right. So that's the end of that. That's the end of Jebba's rant. I don't know if Jebba is going to wake up one morning again and pull up with another story. We've been here for an hour. I said to come in so we analyze this. Also, we have the one that Frida, Justin's friend, did. We've done a bit of analysis on that one, but it is on Entertainment Daily, and I did it with two parts. If I have the time, probably I'll be able to come in and we talk more about that, because I know a lot of you are just somehow interested in this story of JD and KO and the whole drama and everything. But I think Jebba should just focus and leave Korra alone, because you never signed any deal with this woman. And also, it would be nice if Jebba would post those emails. She said 20 emails. She was overwhelmed. Post the emails, post the emails. Don't just come out and be saying people sent me emails, wanted me to do this, wanted me to do that. If you're really standing as someone that wants to just stand and help the kids, then post those emails, so it helps to prove some of the points that Cora was trying to make, that some people are just trying to drag this thing on and make this drama last for as long as possible. But now you shifted from Justin, that offended you, has refused to ship your things to you, did the most to you. According to you, you were sleeping in library, outside, on the road paths. Now you're blaming the ex-wife that did not do anything to you. Make it make sense. Just make it make sense. The fact that all of you just suddenly jumped out from somewhere because Korra made all these silly comments that she made online, and all of a sudden you people just have so much to say. It is weird. And as for Jeba, when are you going to move on? You cannot say you're doing women supporting women, but you're out here tearing down another woman because she didn't give you the support that you wanted. It is strange. Anyways, I've been talking for an hour. I want to keep the live stream short enough so other of our people can come in and watch this. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, this is Trends with Octavia, and I will see you all on the next one. For those of you that know, we used to bring content back to back on this channel. Um, the channel is having some issues for now, so I'm just going to slowly kind of keep it alive until those issues are sorted out with YouTube, and then you will start receiving content back to back. I know you people just love gist. You people like to hear gist, mostly anything that concerns JD and Kale. More of those will come because JD is creating his contents, new girlfriend, a lot of things going on over there. Korra is living her life, creating her content, doing music and everything else. So a lot. I will keep you all, glued to this screen. But first of all, I have to sort out the issues I have. But I will keep creating content here. If I have the time, I will come on in and we're going to do analysis here. But also, if you want to catch up on what Freda said, go and watch those two live stream, and I'll probably see you all later tonight if I can. If I can't, because I had a lot of obstacles in the morning. When you listen to those live stream, you will hear me even say the stops. You will hear me leave when my emergency call came in and everything. So go to Entertainment Daily and you will see what Frida had to say, but we did not listen to all of it because of all what was going on. So if I'm able to come on live, I will finish that because I'm telling uh reacting to Frida's nonsense she had to say about Korra on Entertainment Daily, and I'm reacting to what Jeba said here on Trends. Okay, so thank you all so very much, and I will see you all later. Have a nice day. God bless you, and I'll see you all later on the streets of YouTube. God bless you. Subscribe, like, share. God bless you immensely. I appreciate